Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Deltray. We are back with some more Fire Emblem 12 Lunatic Reverse. Last time, we defeated the Wolf Guard in one of the most challenging chapters in the game, in my honest opinion. And today, we're taking on the Dark Emperor Hardin. You'd think this would be the final battle, unlike the last one, but nope, this one is also not the final battle. I gotta say, for as hard as the last chapter was, it kind of ties back to something that I don't hear people talk about a lot when it comes to this game. This is just a well-designed game, straight up, full stop. Not a well-designed Fire Emblem game, just a good game in general. It does a very good job of teaching you everything that you need to know in order to defeat a challenge like Lunatic Mode totally organically. There's no tutorials, there's no hand-holding, none of that. Right from the prologue, it's already teaching you really important concepts like divide and conquer, right? I mean, shoot, Luke and Rhodey's chapter, that's a very good example of that sort of gameplay right in chapter 2 of the prologue, and that's crazy. Compounding that, you keep going, you get Kane's map, right? And it teaches you how to deal with reinforcements. It teaches you strategies that you can use in order to not get overwhelmed right from the prologue. And then at the end of the prologue, it combines all of these things you've been learning up until this point into one really cool battle. The Assassin's Mission, right? That's another really, really good map that kind of tests you on what you've been learning so far. It tests you on what you know. Shoot, and when you get to the main campaign, it doesn't stop there. Chapter 2, the one with Katria and Warren, it teaches you how to encourage the AI to move in such a way that you have an easier time getting to your side objectives, right? It gives you an easier chance to recruit Warren if you really know what you're doing, if you know how to control the AI and where they go. And it kind of builds on this and builds on this and builds on this as it goes. Chapter 9, the desert map, the one with Etzel. That one's like this giant clusterfuck. It's this giant conglomeration of everything that you've learned so far, right? It teaches you the importance of divide and conquer and tests you on your ability to divide the AI up. It sort of forces you to bait them into certain areas so that you have an easier time to advance. And then, unlike the Prologue 8, for example, it adds more difficulties on top of that. There's treasure to get, there's villages to get, there's characters to get. So the game naturally progresses. It doesn't really change what you're doing so much, but it adds more twists to it every time, right? And I feel like Chapter 19 is another really great example of that. We're still doing the same thing. We're pulling those enemies near the boss early on so that we can have a good shot to kill him. So divide and conquer right there. We're manipulating the AI and where they want to move, like with Sedgar, right? We moved him in such a way that we could easily surround him and basically nullify him as a threat. So there's AI manipulation. It has the characters, it has the villages. But, unlike Chapter 9, this one is like, it really is. It's like Chapter 9 on a whole new level, because not only do you have one character, as in with Chapter 9 where you have to recruit Etzel, but now you have 4 characters divided to each of the corners of the map, right? You have Wolf in the northwest, you have Sedgar in the northeast, you have Roche in the southeast, and you have Violend in the southwest. So it's constantly testing your abilities in new ways, using familiar concepts that have been reinforced throughout the game. And whether you like this game or not, I don't see how you can say that's anything but good design. That's just good design. It doesn't hold your hand, it doesn't beat you over the head with unnecessary tutorials, it just makes you understand these concepts. And on higher difficulties, you're punished heavily for not understanding how this game works, which is just so cool. It's just so cool, and like, this isn't really shitting on people who like to play more defensively. That's not my intention when I'm saying that it's so great the way the Fire Emblem 12 does it. But it really, really forces you to think outside of the box with this sort of thing too. Because you can't turtle, because these reinforcement waves that we've been seeing lately, these giant reinforcement waves at that, right? Do I even need to bring up those 6 wyverns, 10 paladins, or whatever the hell spawned? But talking about those, it's like, you can't just turtle them out because they don't just spawn for 1 turn, they often spawn for 2 turns. They often spawn for 2 turns, which totally blows a hole in any kind of ultra defensive turtling strategy, so you can't do that. You must make a move. And this game constantly beats you over the head with the idea that playing slowly, not necessarily the greatest idea. You'll be passing up treasures, you'll be passing up characters, and on a mode like this, you're just gonna die. So that's my little fanboy rant about why Fire Emblem 12 is an amazing game that everybody should play. That said, is there anything else that I'm really thinking about here? Alright, I guess to go back to that really quickly, I'm really flattered that people seem to think that I'm really good at this game for coming up with the strategy that I did for the last map. I don't really feel like that was all that amazing, truth be told, because again, this game just continuously reinforces these ideas. And I think that a lot of what it comes down to is that when you're trying to accomplish these maps, when you're trying to complete these maps in a very, I guess, efficient way, it really helps me to sort of change my thinking, right? I think a lot of players will go into the map saying, okay, how do I get to Wolf as fast as possible because he's the furthest recruitable character away from the starting position, and if I want to get every character, I have to move over to him. But if you switch that thinking around, if you reverse it, Phoenix Wright style, turn your thinking around, baby. If you do that, you can then go ahead and say, well, okay, Wolf is really far away. I don't want to come to him. How do I get him to come to me? You know what I mean? And that's the sort of thinking that I feel like really helps a lot in this game. If you can't do something the most obvious way, try turning it around. See if you can't find a better way to do it by taking advantage of what the game gives you. You know what I mean? Anyways, I think I have rambled on enough about why this game is the best. So let's move on to Chapter 20, The Dark Emperor at long last. This is another hellish map, no doubt. The end game of this game is, strangely enough, actually one of the harder parts of the game. You don't really see that in Fire Emblem too often. Usually it's the early game, and honestly I will say that I think that the very beginning of this game was probably a little bit harder than this. But if we're going to talk about the easiest part of the game so far, in my opinion, that has to be the mid-game, right? Henri's Way and stuff like that. For a map, for a bunch of maps full of nothing but dragons, I was honestly expecting a little bit more. Although even that had a very good conclusion with the with Tiki's map, right? So this game has a very, very good difficulty curve, I have to say. Not something you would usually see. Now then, Saint Arcadia, the largest kingdom in the continent. The palace, a golden capital, proud of its 600 years of history. However, under the attack of Altia's allied forces, it fell in a mere day. The Arcanians welcomed them as liberators, supporting them without sparing efforts. All of them had bitter words about Hardin and his bodyguards who were inside the castle. The people now called Hardin the Dark Emperor, a title symbolic of the people's hatred for he who had killed so many. I didn't wish to fight given the choice, but now that it's come to this. Marth raised Henri's flag up high, issuing his final order. Go, heroes of Altia. This is the final battle. For real this time. Pinky promise. All forces, charge into the palace. I don't know, Marth. You full of shit? Sorry, we are breaking into the palace. Do not forget that Hardin is shielded by the Dark Sphere. If you are to challenge him, then you must hold the Light Sphere. Ensure at all costs that it's given to the person who will fight Hardin. Okay, good. I was actually going to bring that up myself. You don't have to have Marth fight Hardin, thank God. That would be a trick, considering he, gets doubled and died. In case anybody forgot, this is what Hardin looks like. This bad boy right here. Max stats and everything that matters. Not res, but who cares? Who actually cares? There's no magic using class that can possibly go around with him without holding on to the Star Sphere as it is. That being, of course, because Sages and Bishops both have a 25 speed cap. So yes, you need the Star Sphere if you want to fight him with magic. I don't really think that's the way to go to begin with. I'm probably just going to blow him away with the old Berserker Deltre, or at least that's the plan. Besides, Hardin, no, this game is going full out crazy. Like, okay, we're at the point where snipers and crap, they have 26 speed and maximum magic. That means the only way that I can double these guys would be like with a brave weapon. Fortunately, the game gives you like 20,000 of them on this map. But I'm getting ahead of myself. They have so much speed that the only way that I can even double these guys is a Swordmaster or a Horseman, and I don't really have any good Horsemen. I guess I can probably try to do something with Sirius, but I don't know. He's really far behind on that. His speed isn't as good as it could be. If only I didn't have to spend 1,000,000 speed wings on you, Dice, goddammit. But we have generals with max speed. That's not really too big of an issue. Max strength, they really, really hurt. Again, the speed's not really a big issue. We have plenty of people that can do 25 speed. That's not really anything special, honestly. These mages, of course, they have Forge, Volganons, hella magic. Pretty fast themselves. 24 speed, that's no joke. These guys also have 24 speed. Again, no joke. Lots of swarm. Lots of swarm. You might see that guy down there in the bottom left. We're not gonna mess with him. No way. I'm not even going down here. No, screw that. Forget that. Nope. Earth dragons. Earth dragons. Earth dragons! These guys were the final boss in the last game, and now they're just heroes generics. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not gonna happen. Nope, not going that way. Nope, you could not pay me enough. Especially with these two heroes here, and I'm looking at the map right now. And I guess these guys are only here on Lunatic, so just in case anybody is curious, the non-reinforcement enemies that are present only on Lunatic would be this guy, This guy. You know what? You can see it. What am I doing? You can see the map. I've no doubt put it up. But yes, the heroes are only there on lunatic mode, so they make it even more difficult. Even if you did want to go this way, I don't know why you would. These heroes are checking him, as you can see. They have perfectly overlapping range. I think there might be like one spot that you could go to. Is there? Nope. Nope. I'm looking at it right now. You can see that right there on the map. There's no way that you can get to this Earth Dragon without taking on at least one of these heroes. You can get this guy separated, I guess. But that doesn't really help. You must take on a hero and an Earth Dragon if you want to go this way. So good luck with that. 48 attack and 44 attack. Yeah, have fun. Have so much fun with that. And then not to mention the fact that they all have max speed at this point. 26 speed. So again, you need 30 speed in order to even have a chance to double these guys. It's a really tall order for a lot of people, I gotta say. These guys, of course, max strength, max speed. That's nothing, really. 60 HP, max HP too, for good measure. Okay. Somebody pointed out the fact that the generals tend to have more speed than defense, but I think that's a good thing, honestly. Could you imagine these guys with also having max or near max defense at this point? No, hell no. Oh, hell no. You keep that crap for Maniac mode. Thank you. I want my Fire Emblem 12 to be fun, if you don't mind. More swarm guys. We got one here, and there's another one in this cell up here. Now, this is another reused map from Fire Emblem 11 Shadow Dragon. And in that game, this was a group of recruitable characters. They're really hard to keep alive. Thankfully, nothing like that here. It's just a bunch of enemies that we basically don't have to deal with if we don't want to. Ooh, this fortifies staff. Ooh, this fortifies staff. Wait, I've just realized. I didn't even account for that. Oh, is there some way that I can get that? I know there's another one down here. There's 2 fortified staffs that you can potentially get on this map. I would really like to get one. I don't know that I will. Ooh, I'm second guessing myself, guys. The bottom line, though, is this is pretty tricky. You've got longbows. Guys are starting to have max or near max stats. If not max stats, then stats that make it really, really hard to deal with these guys. And this is where the classes sort of distinctify themselves. It's very rigid in a way, because you could only really effectively take on certain classes with other classes, right? These snipers, I can really only take them on to the best potential by using a horseman or a swordmaster at this point, because they're the only ones that can naturally have 30 speed. Alternatively, I could use like a berserker with the star sphere to get me up to 30 speed. I really kind of like this sort of system because it kind of in a way rewards diversity, not necessarily the best way, I suppose, but you really have to pay attention to what classes you're using and what caps they have in terms of creating something, in terms of being offensive, right? If I want to have a flyer, okay, I can do that, but because of the way that the caps work out, I'm not really bringing the most power to the table, right? I don't have the luxury of having a Draco Knight that can one-round KO everything on the map, because the caps just don't work out like that. These guys have too much speed. I can't do it. I can't double these guys. Not without a brave weapon. Not without a brave weapon. So if I want to do that, I'm forced to use more of my infantry style units. Of course, horsemen totally blow a hole in that. I'm not sure why they have 30 speed instead of snipers, but hey, it is what it is. But it's really cool. It rewards you for really understanding what each class can do. And each class has their own defined role, at least in terms of the good classes. Now, some of the lower tier classes could have probably been rebalanced a little bit. Like, there's really no reason to use hero over using a Draco Knight or a Swordmaster, or another axe user like Berserker, I guess would probably be a better example. Really no reason to do that. Really no reason to use a warrior over a Berserker or a sniper. The only times that would really come into play would be really, really niche situations where your personal stats work out in such a way that being a warrior or a hero, for example, would be better for you in that one specific case. But on the whole, you really want to do more specialized classes, I find. But with the way that the stat caps work out, it actually does a pretty good job of keeping cavalry and mounted units a little bit more in check in the late game, I find. I can't really use them to blow by these heroes. Effective weaponry still keeps them relevant for what they're intended to do. So if you're facing, like, say, a paladin or something like that, and you yourself are a paladin with a horse slayer, you can still get stuff done, but you can't just steamroll every single enemy without adequate preparation, and that's really cool. Speaking of preparation, we've got to get some stuff for Linda here. Let's get these spirit dust, and we won one on the last battle, so I can use that as well. And Linda's about to drop 3 lines right here. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh yeah, you guys thought Linda was a good girl? Oh hell no, she's the type of girl who will do a line off a stranger's stomach. But with these, what's wrong with me? With those 3 spirit dust, she has max magic as a sword master, which is really cool. So now she can use 11 sword and blow people away left and right, and we definitely want to do that because she's one of the few people that can possibly one-round these heroes, and she can do it naturally. But she needs the star sphere, unfortunately. And more importantly, there's also this thief right here with the master key. You can see there he has 28 speed. So with the star sphere, that'll put her up to 32 speed, which lets her double and kill this guy. Now, the master key can open any kind of lock. You can open bridges, which I don't think there are any at this point. It can open doors, and more importantly, you can open treasures. Finally, some chest keys. Jesus Christ, what a time to introduce these. 1 map away from the end of the game, depending on whether or not you are getting the true ending. I really wish these would have been around more liberally, but hey, I guess that would have kind of cut into Julian and Ricardo's whole thing a little bit. Other than that, I pretty much have myself set up, kind of. So we'll jump over to that. I just wanted to show that because Linda's a drug addict, it's a serious problem, and I wanted to point out the fact that this is an obvious cry for help. Now we're gonna be rolling with something like this. There were a few little changes I wanted to make really quickly. Let me do that. Switch you with you. We got Maris. I ended up giving her an energy drop. I don't know if that was a good idea. I think I probably should have done it with Sirius. It was the last energy drop in the Lunatic Stat Booster store, so I don't have any more energy drops there. Although there is a secret shop coming up here that sells 3 of everything. There is a secret shop that sells 3 of every stat booster. There we go. Tongue twister. God damn. But yeah, I gave her an energy drop, which will allow her to 1-round KO heroes. Well, she can 1-round KO them if I get her the Mercurius anyways. I am serious with this because I was able to get him up to 26 speed by getting him a level up through the arena. If you're wondering where all this money came from, just selling crap, honestly. All these free silvers are worth a lot of money, guys. The cheapest silver is a silver axe, and even that is like 800 gold, I do believe. So yeah, they're worth a lot of money, especially when you start getting numerous silver weapons that you're not really going to use for the most part. But he has both the bow forge, which isn't broken yet. He also has the armor slayer forge and the Mercurius, because he's gonna be slaying some heroes and crap. I also, oh, that's right, before I forget, he needs that Drago shield that Wolf brought along with him. He needs that because he's gonna be on the front line, so we're serious. Okay, do one of these. Where are you, Wolf? There we go. And that is his biggest contribution right there. God damn it, Wolf, you were so much better in the last game. Oh, and somebody asked if I could change their mind about Rocher being the best unit in the game. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't too hard. Okay, so with that, Sirius can now take 2 hits at a later point in this map, which I absolutely need him to. I think I also ended up giving him an arm scroll. Yes, I did. I gave him an arm scroll so that he could even use the Mercurius to begin with. This is where I really wish I had an adequate horseman like Drog or Luke or really anybody. Really, anybody that can use the Parthia at this point would be really nice because it's stupidly powerful, but it's not really easy to get somebody up to A rank in bows at this stage. Not for me, anyways. There was some other really minor things I wanted to do. I can't remember what they were because I didn't save. Alright, there was also 1 speed wing left over in the stat booster store, and I gave that to Sirius, in case anybody's wondering why he magically has 26 speed. Now, I know I said I also gave him a level up, but just so that we're all on the same page, this is why he is the way he is. I also gave him the Rainbow Potion because he needs it if he ever wants to be able to have 30 speed. I gave 1 to Maris. I don't know if that was smart, but she does need it if she's ever going to 1-round KO any heroes or anything like that. I don't know that it's going to come to that, but I have it on backup. And I have lots of Paladins because there's plenty of snipers. I don't want them to accidentally get 1-shot as a flyer, not to mention the fact that Paladins also have better resistance on the whole, so it's just more worthwhile to have Paladins versus Dragos on this map. And that was mainly my logic. I don't think Dice is ever going to end up getting hit. If he does, this is bad because he really needs a Rainbow Potion to not be doubled, but he's not fighting any heroes, so I'm not worried about that. Unfortunately, I think he's just doing door duty at this point, or at least on this map. Yeah, I did decide to go with Berserker Avatar in order to try and kill Hardin. I don't know if it's going to work out. I really hope that it does. Hardin doesn't actually have any luck. So, if I can get the avatar down there with the Geosphere and also surrounded by level 3 support partners, he's gonna have over a 50% chance to crit. And if I can get at least one, then I can kill him in 2 attacks. That's about where I'm at. Alright, I think we're about as good as I'm gonna be on that. How is everyone? Frey, oh, this won't do. Hey, Glassbow. Actually, Siryu can use that, huh? Yeah. Well, I don't think he needs it for anything in particular, but I do believe that the Glassbow is like stupidly strong, right? Right, and we also have Katarina and Deltray 1, as well as Est and Deltray 1. Let's just start right here.
Hello, Deltray. Are you training today as well, as you always do?
Yes, it's something that I must do every day after all. It is my only trait, so...
Wow, you're really boring.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just watching you, Deltray.
Well, I know that, but don't you want to ask me something?
Well, Deltray, isn't there anything you'd want me to do for you?
Where is this going? Are you gonna tell me more about your weird dreams, Katarina? Something I'd want you to do.
Yes, after all, it's all thanks to you, Deltray, that I can stand here like this. So I want to repay you. I'll do anything for you, Deltray.
Anything. Anything?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, make it stop! This is ridiculous. I see. Then could you train with me? Really, dude?
Huh? Really? I said anything. Anything at all, and that's what you asked for.
Yes, training becomes more intense when you practice with others.
Well, alright, I guess. Won't be needing this then. Then I'll do it with you. Oh, excellent timing. Oh, excellent timing. Deltray, could you taste this, please?
Is this stew? Miss Est, you can cook too?
Of course I can. I'll have you know I cook for Abel every day. So don't be shy and eat it.
This is awful. It's so sweet.
What, really? But I cooked it like normal.
Oh, I see. Excuse me, I need some water.
Huh, was it too sweet? Abel always told me it was delicious.
I suppose it's no problem if you do appreciate this flavor. This stew might just be a symbol of your happy life together.
Haha, perhaps.
Thanks for the meal. Well, that was... vanilla. Tell me about the light sphere, Jacob. Deltray, I must remind you of a crucial fact. Only those with the light sphere can hope to defeat... Wait, what? Only with the light sphere can we hope to prevail against Hardin. So you must be absolutely sure that whoever challenges him carries the light sphere. Understood, Sir Jacob. Yeah, that was a 3-star conversation right there. Oh yeah. We have seized control of Arcania. Only the palace remains. Emperor Hardin is likely waiting in his throne. Now is the time for us to settle this. Right now, there are many who wish Prince Marth to defeat Hardin and liberate Arcania. But the prince seems to be bent on rescuing Hardin from the clutches of the Dark Sphere. And we still have to defeat Garnov and rescue the princesses and the other clerics. Many people are waiting for us. Deltray, I expect great things from you. Yes, sir. I don't know, though. I feel like this is going to be more serious, this map. Okay, let's see what happens. That's not what we want. We want to fight. Here we go. Turn 1. Medea appears. Medea, that you, a paladin of Arcania, would betray your own motherland. You are a disgrace.
Surely you jest. Can't you see her destroying Arcania? You've gone mad. What have you done with Lady Nina? Return our queen at once.
Nina, that woman betrayed me. All I wanted to do was destroy Grust. That woman had the audacity to give the emblem to that boy, and so I punished her. I will kill all who oppose me. That includes you, Medea.
Do with my life as you will, but Hardin, how many people do you think you've killed out of petty jealousy? Enough! Open your eyes!
Petty jealousy, you say? Say what you will. This world is rotten to its core, swarming with insignificant insects that you call humans. Sounded like Zephiel here. What worth is left in it? Perhaps it would be better if it were all destroyed. Well, Medea, watch carefully. The boy who pretends to be a prince. Watch as I snuff out his life. We'll see about that. Oh, by the way, Medea is here and... spoiler alert, she is not very good. Now, in the original game, she's actually pretty kick-ass for all of one map, but unfortunately for her, even in Fire... Alright, I minimized the window. I don't know why that's been happening lately. It's a serious issue, but what I was saying is, even in the original game, she only really has one map to shine because again, Fire Emblem 3 had the dismounting feature, and all of the last maps in this game are all considered indoors. Here, she's actually a little bit better off in a lot of ways, especially on lower difficulties. Here, like, on lower difficulties, those bases are amazing. Let me just put it that way. On normal mode, she would be really, really broken with those kind of stats. I can tell you that much. Not necessarily the best unit, because of course you still have all kinds of God Slayers like the Avatar and Maris. But at the end of the day, these are some really solid base stats no matter how you slice it. She has reclassing options as well. I think she would, I think she would have Ace Swords as a Sword Master, so there's always that. Here, honestly, her base stats are good enough that you could easily patch her up, and she'd probably be one of the more worthwhile pre-promotes to give that treatment to. I mean, it still wouldn't be efficient by any means, but you could do it and it wouldn't be that difficult, comparatively speaking. But honestly, at this point, there's really no sense, especially on Lunatic mode. Now, once again, I have not pulled up the growth rates in advance. Just kidding, I got you guys. Yes, I'm learning, I swear. 90% HP, 40 strength, 0 magic, 60 skills, 60 speed, 20 luck, 45 defense, 15 res. Yeah, not the worst growth rates in the world either. Really bad luck though. A lot of the late game pre-promotes, and especially somebody we'll be seeing on the next main map. There is a guide in after this, but on the next main map we'll be getting somebody who quite literally starts with 0 luck, I do believe. So, it's pretty much par for the course in that sense. Now, she does start in a very precarious position, but she's actually not in any danger just yet. What we want to do is we want to kill this thief immediately. Now, if he can get away from us, that would be really bad, because it's going to be so much harder to track him down later on in the map than it will right now. This also has the side effect of giving Linda really, really far ahead, which we want to do. This guy has 29 speed this time. God damn it. Alright, that was just one of those small instances where the stat variation matters a little bit. Not a whole lot I can do about it, honestly. I just really want to kill this guy now, because if he gets behind, goodbye, by the way. If he gets behind those heroes, it's going to be a lot more difficult to catch up to him. I want this Master Key. Ultimately, Katria is going to end up with it, I do believe. That's why she has the Geosphere and whatnot, because she's going to be heading into that treasure room with the main group, I do believe. Or at least that's the plan. That's the plan as of right now. But I'm going to take out this Master Key now so we can get that over to Siryu, as we do right here. And we want to get this to him so that he can give it off to Katria. The way that all three of these guys are set up makes it so that I can do this little trade shenanigans right here. So what do we want to trade? The Master Key for the Mercurius. There we go. That's why Katria had the Mercurius to begin with. She obviously can't use it, but I knew that she would end up next to Sirius, so it didn't make too big of a difference. We also want to blow this last Thief Staff right now. I'm grabbing this Brave Axe, like so. I definitely want to get that. There's no way that I'm leaving that behind, and there's absolutely no way I'm going into this room. No, you can't make me. Look at this crap. Silver Axe 0, Bolgan on Forge. I'd really like to kill this Bishop with the Fortify if I somehow can, but I can't figure out how I'm going to be doing that, if at all. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, Pala, Est, and Dice are going to be bringing up the rear. Dice is going to be hitting the first door. Excuse me. Yeah, we want Dice to hit the first door. I actually don't think I want him to have a Pure Water so that he makes a more appealing target than, say, Marth. And I'm going to have Katarina bring Linda back. Now, Medea looks like she's in a really bad spot, but she is totally fine for the time being. For the time being, keyword. Eventually, they will go after her, but the game makes it clear when that's going to happen. Of course, if you end up seeing that cutscene, it's probably too late. But I can have Linda blow this guy away as well. This is just so broken. God damn, Linda is the best Swordmaster, by far. Normally, the sword lock curse is the fact that you don't have good 1-2 range, but when you have max magic and 11 sword, oh baby, you can get some stuff done. Now, I want to take the Star Sphere now. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to continue to KO the likes of heroes and whatnot with that. I think she can still do some good stuff here. I'm going to use the Pure Sword now, though, on Marth to bring his res up to speed a little bit. And we took the Star Sphere so that we could give it over to Siryu right here. So we're gonna have Siryu with the Mercuriu murder the hell out of this hero. Sounds like I'm playing Clue or something. Oh yeah, Sirius with the Mercurius in the castle. But this guy is done for. No chance. And we're even gonna have the side effect of killing this guy on the retaliation. Now, because Sirius has no luck, it's gonna make this sniper attack him over Linda, even though I would much prefer to have him attack Linda, obviously, but ultimately it wouldn't matter too much. She can't actually one-round this guy without having the Star Sphere. Oh, wait. Let's see, she has 31. 5. Okay, so there was actually a chance that she would have been able to kill this guy, because I know some of them have 52. Yeah, there is the smallest chance that shit would have been able to kill this guy. So if I had somebody up here besides Sirius, like a different horseman, like a horseman Luke, for example, anybody with luck, basically, then that would have been something to think about. I could have potentially killed somebody off by using Linda to retaliate on the sniper, but it's not really a possibility the way my units are, unfortunately. I also want to have the Avatar up here as well. Now, he is going to be drawing a lot of aggro here just because he has really bad res. He has decent enough defenses, but this sniper as well as this swarm guy should go after him, I do believe. I still want him really close to the front. It's the bottom line, so that's why we're moving him there. Dice, you can head on in as well. And he should have... Oh, no, it's a res tie, but he has such low luck that this guy actually can potentially crit only 3% of the time, of course, but that's going to draw him away from Marth, which is where I'm really worried at this point. Now, Katria. Let's just move in with Katria. I still think that... Yep, it doesn't really matter. So we'll move in Katria a little bit closer. And we will also move Pala right next to her because I want Pala to eventually hit the save point. Now, we got a double heal up for the... not the Avatar, actually. Sirius, believe it or not. We're going to double heal him right now. Skill luck, okay. Never magic, cool. And do I need to heal him again, actually? Because with the Draco shield, I have 22 defense, okay? So that's 20 and 22. Correct? 20 and 22. So yeah, he actually survives right there, so there's no need for me to heal him right now. In fact, I can just pick up Medea then. I do have a rescue staff, and I do have to, unfortunately, use this on Medea. I know that she's not being attacked right now, but she will eventually be attacked. I believe it happens roughly when you enter the treasure room. Katarina gets it, Militia. Come on! Well, she doesn't have any items or anything like that. She can't really do too much here. I guess I could give her a silver lance if I really wanted to, but it's not really that important, I don't think. I guess I could take the javelin in case I need to chip somebody. Yeah, why not? Why not? In fact, I can just give her a silver with S in case it really comes down to it. Of course, she gets blown away, but if she needs to finish somebody off... Nah. If she needs to finish somebody off, I've already screwed up, right? But she does make better bait for the swarm dudes than some of my other characters would. And that should pretty much wrap us up. They are going to go for dice because they could have crit him, potentially. I didn't give him the... Okay, so we just sped through that real quick. We are back where we were, and I made a few small adjustments. That's why I wanted to show that to begin with. Linda is down here for a very specific reason, because the way that we've done things this time, she actually has just enough movement to run through and murder this guy. I really want him dead. I really do, and she's the best bet for this. Even against magical enemies, she's absolutely no joke. This is just ridiculous, might I add. And she's probably the best person I have that can do this, so we want to get that going right now. Also, I gave her the rainbow potion. It's unfortunate that I had to do this, but the way things work out, this sniper is too much of a danger to her if I don't. And I also had to give it to goddamn Militia because she has no magic. And believe it or not, the one extra point of healing here that I'm able to get due to the rainbow potion is actually going to make a very huge difference. So, that being said... unfortunately, I had to burn 2 extra uses that I hadn't really planned on. Now, I can actually use Siri right here to get some chip damage on this guy. I think it's better to just have him hold on to the Star Sphere for the time being, and I can even dance for him. Now, I can use S to open this door. It's got to be S instead of Dice because S can actually survive, whereas Dice gets doubled and rocked by every single enemy in the game. Now what we need to do is take Sirius, who can survive this guy just barely with the help of the Star Sphere there, and he can blow away this Armor Knight, in theory, 85% of the time, though. It's not the best odds, but I really need to get this guy out of here. Oh, god damn it. Nice! This time Sirius is just gonna get a crit on this guy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, that doesn't actually make too big of a difference here. I still had more than enough people to take him out. Obviously, there's chumps like Dice who weren't really doing crap on this turn. And from where he would have been left, I could have easily killed him with like a Silver Lance or a Quake Lance or whatever. It wouldn't have made too. Actually, Dice can't use the silver, but you get my point. I could have killed him with somebody who wasn't doing anything particularly important. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And as long as I can actually hit this guy this time, god damn it. I think we've just about accepted at this point. If I miss critical attacks like that, I basically lose. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. 285 is not the least likely thing in the world. That's a really good level up there, Sirius. Hell yeah. That helps out a ton. He's actually not too bad now that I've given him the speed wing. He can actually make for a pretty decent substitute horseman here, as opposed to having trained up one or something like that. You know, as opposed to Luke, basically. Luke is your horseman. I guess that's what I'm kind of getting at. Very good level up for Paladin there as well. I didn't really need that critical hit. I'm just going to proceed as if I hadn't gotten it, actually. Basically what I was going to do, well, first we can have Katria murder this swarm guy. We want to do that, and from where she was at, she has just enough movement to get over here, and just enough attack power to get the job done, too. So there's Katria putting in the work, as usual. Strength, luck, not too bad. She doesn't have a whole lot left to be desired as is. Now, what we actually want to do here, and what would have been necessary had I not crit that warrior with Pella, is switch the Brave Axe for the Silver Sword right here, and then blow a Fortify Step. Throw that one out there, and then I can actually move Marth in such a way that I can take good one there, Militia, as always. I can take the Brave Axe with the Avatar, though, basically, and do some significant damage to this guy right here. If I needed to, I could have... See, I don't think the Avatar actually kills this guy, but if I needed to, I could have done some crap and, like, taken a Javelin out of the convoy or something like that. Got it over to... I got it over to Medea if everything went wrong, you know what I mean? Wow, I said convoy and then... Where is my brain? I want the Brave Axe. Damn, that wasn't too hard. But assuming I don't get a crit here, that's totally fine. I still have Dice who I didn't end up needing. And again, if I did end up using Dice to take on that hero or something like that, I still would have been able to get something over to Medea as well. So there, Dice actually managed to do something totally on accident, mind you, but hey. Now with you, Katarina, we just gotta bring back Sirius to the point that he doesn't die. Now, believe it or not, that Rainbow Potion matters so much that the one that I gave to Militia, that is, because not only does Sirius end up in a little bit of danger here if I didn't do that. Oh, he actually opts to go first. Cool, cool. Well, potentially Sirius could have been in danger if everything went wrong without the +1 healing that I'm getting from the Rainbow Potion. Not only that, but as we can see here, Linda has 33 HP and 10 defense, but she takes 32 damage from this guy, meaning that without the Rainbow Potion boost on Militia, Linda will actually die, despite the fact that I'm throwing out a Fortify there. Now, we want to get the Star Sphere over to Katria at this point. Yeah, at this point, she can make the best use of it, so here we go. Let's trade the Master Key after all. I guess Sirius could have just held on to that. Doesn't make too big of a difference, though. We're going to get some really good damage on that guy, and mainly what I wanted for this, mainly what I want the Star Sphere for, though, is to kill this guy. Yeah, I realize that she needs a little bit of a helping hand, so to speak, in order to do that. But now we can move, I suppose, who's further away? Oh, what the hell? We'll give it to Maris. I don't know why it took me so long to debate who to give this kill to. But I guess Maris works. It doesn't really matter. We have plenty of time to grab up all these treasure chests. Oh, wait, I meant to trade the Master Key. Oh, I can still do that. Yeah, I can still do that. We'll use Dice then, I guess. Doesn't really make a huge difference, but this might let me get one extra chest here. And we do need to hit that door, obviously, as well. So we can do, like, one of these moves. We're basically done here, I think. Of course, we still have to fight Hardin. He's no pushover himself. But unless we do some really crazy stuff, it's kind of hard to lose. The only thing we're in range of at this point and for the rest of the map, basically, is going to be this sniper, this guy who's going to get himself killed by Katria, Hardin himself, and the swarm guys. So yeah, we're basically good as long as we play a little bit smart here. And we can take this master key and then hit this chest to get the bullion. We definitely want that. More money is always appreciated. Yeah, I do want to leave Paladin back. I really do. Just so I can hit the save point eventually. There's really no reason for her to be in range of the swarms, though. And I would have her go after this swarm guy, but she's actually not fast enough to double, so hey. We'll leave her, like, right there. Do I have time to throw out a barrier at this point? Let's think about it. Does anybody need to be double healed? Oh, wait, nope. Katria needs to be double healed, so no, we can't do that. I'll throw out one more fortify just because other characters are a little bit low. And this basically swarm-proofs my units. Now, let's see here. Yeah, the reason I wanted a barrier for Fina, by the way, is because she gets straight up one-shot by the swarms. Can't do it at this point, though, unfortunately. We will move Katarina in and hit ya, girl, with the physic, which basically keeps her safe for this round. Now, all we need to do... Yeah, we'll just take this jet ski here. Not like Medea's doing too much else, and we can even get this one as well, which I think... I'm not sure. It's probably a brave weapon. Yeah, it's a brave sword. Alright. So we're looking really good here, guys. We really are. At this point, I want to dance for the Avatar so that he can be closer. He is going to be the one doing the majority of the work here against Hardin. Speaking of, so Marth, my retainer attacking his liege. What kind of honor is this? Altia's so-called Prince of Light has certainly fallen to the gutters.
Hardin, this isn't you. Your heart is being controlled by the Dark Sphere. Please, you have to snap out of it.
Heh heh heh. Marth, sweet and naive as ever. Why do you think I attacked Altia? Because I utterly despised you. In the last war, just because you were Henri's descendant, Nina entrusted you with the Fire Emblem and made you the League's commander. The Prince of Light, more like insolent brat. Without my help, you would have died long, long ago. So don't act so high and mighty. I have always despised you since then. I put up with you for Nina's sake, but I knew we'd have to settle things sooner or later. It has nothing to do with the orb.
Hardin, is that really how it was? I had no idea that you hated me so.
That's why you're still just a boy. Marth, come to me. I'll shove this lance through your heart. No, thanks, man. I'm not gonna have Marth anywhere near this guy. There's only enough room in this continent for one hero, and that hero is me. He's really lost it, huh? Oh, by the way, more reinforcements. Yep. Yep, lots of reinforcements. Have you guessed that you're not supposed to be fighting the reinforcements yet? Because really, you're not. Just look at that sheer number of enemies. What is that, 12 paladins? Not to mention that entire group down there. That's just, what is that, 10 enemy units? Something like that. Way too many. There is a treasure down there, and I believe it is the Brave Bow. Pretty good weapon, especially considering how good horsemen and snipers in this game really are. Unfortunately, I'm not getting that. The only real way I could have done that was by using the Thief Staff, and I really think that the Brave Axe is more important, honestly. These guys have anything special? Nope. I'll fortify and a recover. Not worth it. Not worth it at all, in my opinion. Now, we do have to watch these this first group of Paladins a little bit. They are coming in hot. They're definitely coming in hot, but I can just hit. Yeah, let's just hit Fina with the old barrier, so now she can move into this swarm range as well. And we can do some double heals. Does Katria even really need it, though? Huh. Well, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. We'll heal Katria. I mean, what am I even debating here? Obviously, she needs to be healed. Hello. But I can now give Katria excuse me, I can have Katria give the Avatar the Star Sphere, and I think I need to do that. Dice can open the door. then the Avatar can kill this sniper. Now, these generals aren't quite in range to really ruin my plans here just yet. So yeah, I think that works out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, hit this treasure with S. May as well, there's a Master Seal, okay. Now, Katria is gonna hand off the Star Sphere, which will allow us to easily handle that sniper as soon as we open that door. Just double checking my inventories, making sure everything is good. Looks good to me, man. So, Dice, get to it. And since I'm gonna dance for Fina anyways, or dance for Militia with Fina, I guess I should say, we're totally fine with Dice, even though he is a little bit low. I think he would actually get picked off by the next swarm, but it's not gonna come to that, basically. Now we can smash this guy. Just use the hooch clear, no reason to risk missing 2 97s or some crap. It could happen, man. It could definitely happen. I don't want to hear otherwise. Marth can even hit this treasure, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, right? Yeah, he should be able to. And if not, I think that Fina can probably not help out. So it's a little bit of a risk. I don't know if that's necessary. Probably not. Actually, I'll just, yeah, we'll just play it safe, honestly. I don't want Marth to accidentally be out of range. That would just kind of suck. And also, if I move Marth right here, this will allow me to give a much-needed support boost to the Avatar as he goes after Hardin here. We want to basically stack him out with as many support partners as possible. Without any doubt. Let's just bring you back. Why not? What do I lose? And everybody else is just going to huddle in. Medea, stay the hell away from these guys. Yeah. This should basically do it. And Pala is going to hit the save point at the very beginning of the next turn. Just so that nothing really crazy can go wrong at this point. And just look at the situation, by the way. It just bears repeating. Do not try to fight the reinforcements in this game. Like, god damn. Did they think that was enough? Oh, Forged Thoron as well. Forged Thoron as well. 120 hits, 17 might, 10 extra crit on top of their skill boost. This is just nuts. Forged Tomahawks, Forged Silver Bows. Well, I say that. We've been seeing Forged Silver Bows since Chapter 1, but hey. It's just really not worth it, as you can see. Forged Spears on the Paladins as they come. Realistically, your only way to deal with these guys would be to, like, Nosferatu tank them, honestly. And I could do that. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but Linda's kind of preoccupied on this map. I'm kind of happy with the way that I'm doing things. I don't really see what else I can do this turn, so let's just end it. And provided nothing crazy happens, provided I don't get crit, I forgot to heal Dice. No! You've got to be joking. Didn't I just say that I needed to heal Dice and then forgot to do it? Why? Oh well, whatever. At least I can actually get a kill for Marth. Hey, buddy. I forgot. Yeah, I should probably train this guy a little bit, huh? Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still probably need to give him an angelic robe. I really probably don't need to worry too much about his speed, though. An energy drop wouldn't hurt either. That's where I'm at with him right about now. Yeah, just some last-minute crap for him should be all that I need. Well, I can get this treasure chest this time, at least. It's a Brave Lens. Cool, cool. Now, Marth is going to be in range for one attack, but it really just doesn't matter now. All we need to do, Katria and Dice, heal them both. Yeah, Militia is still in range to do what I need her to do, and this way I can save on 1 physics, so we're going to go about it this way. Hey, we actually got a point of rest. Cool, cool. So, recovery on you. And from here, it doesn't really matter too much. We're going to be stomaching 2 attacks here, 1 spear and 1 swarm. They're actually going to go for Katarina. Interesting. Oh, of course, because they could crit her. Hello, hello. That was, of course, what I planned. Now, the rest of these guys are just going to move in, obviously. Nothing sketchy. Yeah, nothing too scary here. Now, I can save. And from here, it's basically going to be impossible to lose, I want to say. Let's see. Fina can move pretty far. Okay. Also, we're going to take this Master Key, hit this chest with Dice for the Again staff. Yep, you get 2. Only 2, though. Now, Siryu, you move in. I'm pretty sure you have a level 3 support. Are we at, no, we're only at 41. Oh, Katria. Katria, of course. Yeah, Katria's going to move right here. And that's going to bring us up to 51. That's about as good as it's going to get, folks. Let's get this. Let's get it. I've no quarrel with you. Bring Marth to me. Dark Emperor Hardin. Look nowhere else. I'm your opponent. Crit, 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 crit. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, buddy. Destroyed. Of course he's gonna hang on with only 11 points to his name, though. Ooh, I don't know. That's not looking so good, Mr. Hardin. Now, what we need to do... It's not really a whole lot. Yeah, I gotta take this against staff. And I think it's worth using an against staff on Hardin. Let's show this man a little bit of respect. Just a little bit, though, because what happens next is so disrespectful. Oh, you already know. I know you already know. There's the magic. She actually got magic 2 times. I didn't catch the first one when I had to replay it, but she actually got it yet again there. That's really good. If only she would have gotten that before starting this map. Now, if only there was some way that I could just fail to crit this guy at all times. I can't do it. There's no way that I... Damn, I really would like to not crit you. Okay, so we got the one. We got the one. Come on, Deltre. Don't do it. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't crit him. Oh no, I didn't crit him. Oh, please, dude. You're... Dark Emperor Hardin, huh? Even you fall before the might of Est. She's just so goddamn good. I don't know why Why do people say she's bad? She just defeated the final boss so easily. It's like he wasn't even there. Hardin, baby, no. It never gets old. It never gets old, y'all. It just never does. Prince Marth, I feel as though I finally awoken from a long, long nightmare. Marth, forgive me. I lost to Est. How can you ever forgive me? I tried to fight the demon inside me, but I wasn't strong enough. I fought so hard, but I just couldn't beat it. I wanted to die by your hand, but instead you killed me with Est. I'll never live it down. I'm finally saved. Marth, please, Nina, save Nina. Please tell her for me. Till the very end, I loved her, always. Tell her to please forgive me. I don't know if she's gonna forgive you for this one, man. Yeah, could you leave that part about Est killing me out of there? Yeah, sure, whatever you say, Hardin. My old friend. Sick. And we get the Gratimus. I mean, honestly, Est may as well just hold on to that, right? And the Dark Sphere. And if you have all of the other spheres, as we do, we get this little cutscene where all 5 orbs are placed into the Shield of Seals, and we get the Binding Shield. Like so. Something pretty interesting is the fact that in the storyline, the Binding Shield is supposed to seal away Earth Dragons. And as you may have noticed, there's an Earth Dragon on this map. Now, if you kill Hardin without killing this Earth Dragon and end your turn, at the start of your next turn, this guy gets banished immediately, which is pretty cool. I like the attention to detail. But it's not gonna happen. I'm not sticking around here. We got all the chests that I care about. Unfortunately, couldn't get the Brave Bow. It is what it is. May as well get some experience on Katarina, right? Why not? So, boom. Didn't even end up having to use that save point, which is always really nice. So yeah, the trick to this map is, again, move quickly. Don't fight the reinforcements, man. Don't fight the reinforcements. It's not worth it. They're just too strong. Look at these Paladins with max speed, max strength, forged spears. The whole nine. I mean, I've already said my piece on these guys, really. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to fight these guys, honestly. Not to mention this whole situation with the Earth Dragon. Plus these heroes. Is there anybody that I have that could honestly even survive? Maybe the Avatar. He'd really be the only one, honestly. Yeah, because, like, yeah, you'd have to pull this guy separately. Oh, it'd be such a mess. It'd be such a mess. Really fun map, though. I do like how much it pressures you to move, and that's really the name of the game here. They always want to keep you moving. They want to keep the game up at a brisk pace. And I feel like if that was the goal for the developers of Fire Emblem 12, they have succeeded with flying colors in almost every aspect, honestly. Not really too much else to add about this one, though, really. I think a lot of it just speaks for itself. It's a pretty challenging map. You gotta move quickly. You gotta choose which enemies you're gonna be taking on very intelligently. But if you can do that, I don't really see where this one is that bad. I honestly think that the previous map was harder. Sees. Map clear. Oh, look, the priestesses. Sire, the battle is over. We have won. Yes, and with this, finally. Sire, look over there. Your sister and the others. Elise and Princess Nina. Lena, Maria, you're all safe.
Marth, I'm so happy you made it. Ugh.
But if you get the true ending in this game, i.e. you've collected all of the spheres, it gets revealed as an illusion.
Yeah, you carry the binding shield. Yeah, my magic has been dispelled. Withdraw, my priests. At this rate, he will. Let us hurry, the Shadow Dragons return.
Yep, it was just a trick. And again, if you don't get all of the star spheres, the light sphere, the geosphere, etc., the game ends here on the spot and you get the bad ending. Presumably all of the 4 priestesses just die. Or become like Garneth's mind slave or some crap. It's pretty dark actually, when you stop to think about it. So yeah, maybe don't do that, you horrible person. Garneth. That man was the Dark Pontifex Garneth? His servants were impersonating the princesses. What was he playing at? He mentioned something about the Shadow Dragon's return. So as we suspected, my sister and the other clerics must be in Garneth's hands. Forgive my interruption, sire, but Lord Gotoh has arrived. Lord Gotoh, that asshole again? Take me straight to him. I've got some words for this guy. Where the hell have you been? Oh, don't mind me. Excellent words, Excellent words, Prince Marth. You managed to obtain all of the orbs. Thanks to your efforts, the lost binding shield is finally complete. Incredible. It felt as though the shield itself pulled in all the orbs. So this is the fabled binding shield. Couldn't you have given this to me yourself, Gotoh? Yeah, I could, but I'm kind of a dick. Have you not noticed? Ah, good point. But what now, Lord Gotoh? From Garneth's actions, it would seem as though the noble clerics... From Garneth's actions, it would seem he has the noble clerics in prison. I worry for their safety. I understand how you feel. However, we have a greater task to accomplish. We must seal away the Earth Dragons. Soon they will awaken from their slumber. They will rise up from the ground, destroying everything in their wake, and turn this world into a living hell. Go, Marth, entomb the awakened dragons once more. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'll get right on that, Gotoh, but first we have to deal with the assassins. Really, Marth, right now? Yeah, you know what? How does it feel? Yeah, now I'm the asshole, Gotoh. Deltre, new information regarding the assassins has reached the palace. As you may have guessed, they were dispatched by Hardin and Garneth. The head of the organization is a woman named Aramaya. Aramaya. And where's she now? Here in Arcadia. Apparently she runs an orphanage in the mountains. An orphanage? Yes, so it would seem. However, it's an orphanage in name only. She confines the children to a basement devoid of light and teaches them all manner of wicked things. Sire, please let me go. I'll crush them. I won't allow such a travesty to stand. I understand, Deltre. I too cannot allow a situation like this to carry on.
Please wait.
Katarina, were you listening this whole time?
There's a hidden passage to where Lady Aramaya is. I'll show you the way. Please allow me to go. I'll be fine. I don't believe for a moment that this will atone for everything I've done, but while I live, I want to help in any way that I can.
You know, I gotta say, that's really trusting of you, Marth. What if she betrayed us again right now? We'd be falling right into their hands. Well, whether or not that happens, I guess we'll have to find out next time. So, the Dark Emperor goes down. Pretty tough map, but I don't think that it's anything too out of the ordinary for the things that we've been seeing up until this point. Again, it just kind of combines everything that you've been learning up until this point, and the timer on this one is pretty strict, though. I honestly, at this point, may as well just consider the reinforcements a pseudo-timer, right? You don't really want to be taking these guys on, so it kind of forces you to make a move. It forces you to complete the map rather quickly, otherwise you're going to have to deal with paladins on paladins on paladins, and I'm sure there are some things you can do to survive the wave upon wave upon wave of enemy reinforcements, but I ultimately don't think that that's the way to go. That's just my opinion, of course. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like rating. Helps out tremendously, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See you then. Peace.